What up, everybody? We're back with another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be reading an article. I'm going to be just speaking to you guys about some precautions you guys should take on release day for the Switch 2. We all know that in a perfect world, though, you wouldn't have to do all these things, though. But that's not the world that we live in today, though, and it's sad to say this. So we're going to go ahead and get started on things you should do. Release day, day one. So first one, make sure your address is correct because obviously, you know, you want to make sure that your console is delivered to you. Because if you got the wrong address on your package, you don't want it to get sent to somebody else's address because one, the Nintendo Switch 2 is sold out. And even if, let's say, they give you your money back or whatever, the mail carrier that is delivering your product, they can't replace it. Like, how can they replace it when it's sold out? They can't replace it at all. So you're going to be SOL and stuff. And I'm not sure Nintendo and whatever retailer that sold you your product or whatever has any liability on what the mail carrier does. I highly doubt they do. And on top of that, it's gonna suck or whatever going through the whole process of somebody else getting your package for free. Basically for free. Imagine somebody walks up to their doorstep, sees a box or whatnot. They take the box in, they open it up, and then they see a Nintendo Switch 2. That's a present for them. You really think if somebody open the box, they really gonna try to bring it back to the correct person? Or you think they gonna say anything if it went to the wrong address? Probably not. And anybody that's dealt with FedEx, UPS, they don't tell you the wrong address that they sent your product to. They just tell you they're gonna put a claim in, and then it's a process on getting your money back, or even them replacing your package though, but they can't replace a package that's sold out with Nintendo Switch 2. So that's a big L in itself though, man. So first off, like I said, number one, make sure your address is correct. So yeah, man, like you basically don't want to do that though, man. You don't want to do that. All right. Second one, if you're going to go pick up a Switch at a retailer, Switch 2 at a retailer, watch your surroundings. In a realistic world, you wouldn't have to do this. You'd be able to just walk into the store, get your product, and leave. And you still can do that depending on what type of neighborhood you're living in, what area that you're in, though. But there's people that are watching or whatever. There's sorry, bummy people that are watching that know that it's release day, that or whatever, that are watching people. You know, if you're moving around solo and stuff or whatever, people will try to jack you for your package and Nintendo Switch 2. It sounds silly, just a video game, but they're bummy, sorry people that like to take from others. So watch your surroundings, especially if you're out in a day, daytime, even at nighttime too. If you're in the evening in the parking lot by yourself, when you just walked out of GameStop, you walked out of Target, and somebody is watching you, go straight to your vehicle. Go straight to your vehicle and go home. Also, if you have this, I guess, this precious device or whatever in your vehicle, go straight home. Don't I understand that or whatever you got errands and stuff to run. I understand that you got to do other things before you go home though, but take the Switch 2 straight home. Take it straight home and then pay attention if any vehicles are following you. Because I'm telling you, like I said, things shouldn't be this way, but this is not the world that we live in. This is not reality, so be careful. And not to say that you're ever even going to go through this on release day or whenever you pick up your Switch. I understand how sorry people can be, man. And plus, if you spent your hard-earned money on something, I'd hate to see somebody try to take it from you, try to jack you. And then I'm not telling you what to do though, but if you are in a open carry state, licensed owner of a weapon, definitely keep it on you because somebody will try you if they think that you don't got something on you, and like I said, be careful. Just flat out be careful because people are sorry and people are just trash, man. Like legit. And we live in a time where people don't want to work and buy their own things or whatever. They just rather take things from other people and then take the shortcut, which to me is super sorry. Next one, I feel like this one is also a precaution you should take or whatnot. And this is just something regular, like regular thing to do whenever you have like a product like this that's rare, not rare, but like it's going to sell out. Literally, it is sold out right now. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 being delivered to your address, if you can, stay home all day. Stay home all day and wait for your package to get there. If you know that your package is coming on a certain day, you got a notification in your email, you know it's out for delivery, stay home all day. Because one thing I know is the people that want a Nintendo Switch 2 that couldn't buy it, or just, you know, just looking around or whatever, people like to steal packages, right? So make sure that you're home whenever your Switch 2 gets delivered. Again, somebody takes your package, Amazon or FedEx or USPS, all they can do is just put a claim in, and they can't replace something that's sold out. You can't, like, this is one of those things where if it was plenty of consoles or whatnot, then yeah, you just get it replaced or whatever. You tell them, hey, my package wasn't delivered. Well, no, you're either going to get credit or possibly your money back. I'm not sure how their return policy is. Not return policy. I'm not sure how their policy is on, I guess, returning stolen or getting your money back or credit or whatnot. I'm not sure though, man. But like I said, if you can, stay home. I 100% know that people do know that Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out release day, and pay attention whenever your package is delivered. And like, if you got to be at work or whatever, try to have somebody at home paying attention that, you know, you have a package, you know, being delivered. And hopefully, like, if you don't trust, because in the day, if you don't trust that a package or whatever will be at your front doorstep or whatever, like, that's the purpose of PO boxes. PO box, send it to an address that you can trust, that you know that is secure. Man, that's one thing about, like, if you live in an apartment, man, like, legit kids be walking around touching stuff all the time, whatever. And then summertime too, they gonna walk by, pick up a package that they see at the door. A lot of times the mail carriers don't follow instructions on where to put your package. They'll put your package in clear sight where everybody sees it for some reason, instead of putting it right at your front door, right on your porch. And it's crazy or whatever. And that bothers me. I hate, because I legit had that happen to me before, where I walked up, my package was in clear sight, not in my front door, but outside, like the door or whatever. And then I seen a little kid just pick up the package, but put it down or whatever, because they seen me walking up. And you see how simple that is to do though, man. So I would say, man, just be careful. If you can, stay home, whatever, because this is one of those releases that it's gonna be a while before they're gonna have more or whatever to drop though, man. So I wouldn't want you guys to lose your hard-earned money, or lose your hard-earned, you know, something that you spent your hard-earned money in, you know, when your package isn't there or whatever, whenever you get home though, man. But those are a few things that I think, you know, you should do on release day, man. Release day. Happy, you know, release day for the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully everybody gets their Nintendo Switch on release day. They don't go through any problems. They get it smooth. You know, that's what I'm hoping though, man. I definitely want to just do something a little different today though, man, because in the day, things should not be this way. But in reality, that's not the world that we live in, man. In a perfect world, it would be though, but that's not the world that we live in though, man. But if you have some precautions also, man, drop them in the comments of what people should do on release day for the Switch 2. Y'all, you know, definitely I feel like everybody should help each other, man, as a community, you know, and watch out for each other and give everybody tips and stuff or whatnot. So yeah, though, man. But you already know it's Stu, man. It's Architect Mr. J with another video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, like, comment, share. Until next time, peace.